Hello everybody, welcome to this new trading educational video. Welcome on the Crypto Wizards channel. My name is Sian. In today's episode we're gonna have a look at absorption. So how to use absorption with a footprints chart. We're gonna have a look at a BTC chart, especially. You can use this in Forex, you can use this in crypto. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have to use, or you have to have access to the footprints chart to have a look for absorption precisely. One could say that you can use or you can look only at the trading view and using a volume. I wouldn't really go for this because it's not the best way, but technically you won't be so precise. Simply said like this. So we have to start with the trading disclaimer as always. So why we will use absorption and why it is so helpful for us. So simply said, by looking at absorption, we will be able to see or to spot if the market is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And I'm going to explain this a little bit more. So basically, what I can use, or how I'm going to use absorption, or why it is so good, is simply if I see, and this is the advantage of footprints, I really see like the background of the market. I really see like the 3D view of what is happening in the market. So if I see that a lot of buys are coming in, a lot of new people buying, a lot of bulls buying, but the price is not moving to the upside, then market is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? If I have a lot of buys, price should continue to the upside, but we are in sideways movement. Okay, so I have a lot of buys coming to the market, but we are in a sideways movement in a range. By looking at this, I can say, okay, I have a lot of new buys step into the market, come into the market, price is not moving higher. There must be someone sitting with a passive order, with a limit order, absorbing the price. So this is the thing, absorbing the price with a limit order. And most of what we can say from this is that if someone here is absorbing the price, let's say that you are trading with 30 million capital, okay, you are a really big trader, and you are trading on a Bybit exchange. Let me say one thing. If you will be entering into position, would you use market order or a limit order? Well, obviously you would like to enter with a limit, firstly because of not paying the fees, but the second thing is the liquidity in the market. It just won't be so good. So if you will short 30 million now, your average entry price will be all over the place, okay? Because obviously, if I'm going to short with the market, it's going to take me it's going to give me the best feeling price at the moment. But if I'm going to short with 30 million, my average price would be all over the place, okay? Like there would be like $150 difference, or maybe even more. We could do like a real calculation what we have right now, the liquidity and so on, but we're not really going to pay too much attention to it today. What I'm trying to say is that the big trader will be entering with a limit, okay? They are not entering with the market. Sometimes they are, obviously. I'm not saying that this is the rule, but in general, if you are a big trader, you would be entering with a limit order. So aggressive market orders are being absorbed by passive or by limit orders. And if you don't understand how market works, if you don't understand what is a market order, what is a limit order, because this is a very important thing to understand. If you don't know how this works, and you think that the only difference is that you are not paying fees with a limit, then definitely do some research about it, because you can't use absorption without having this knowledge. It's very important to understand this. We have a whole learning section about this, so you will find it in the volume right here in the volume section. So if you want to join us, go to plans and pricing. It costs $70 a month and you have all you need here. But let me continue in absorption, because you are here for absorption. So this is the way of how we're going to use it. We're going to have a look if I have a lot of aggressive orders coming to the market. So let's say right now I'm going to give you an example. I have a lot of shorts, new market shorts come into the market, but the price is not moving lower. There must be someone who is holding the price, defending the price with a big limit buy, and you are genuinely expecting from this that the price is going to get some movement to the upside. But I'm going to show you the real examples, and also we're going to have a look at a chart right now, because we have a really nice sign of absorption. So I'm going to show you a real example. So one last point that we have here on this slide is what is the difference between consolidation and absorption, because this is very important. Not all the time when you're going to see a range, it's absorption. Definitely not. So how I can spot the difference between them? Well, what you are expecting in a consolidation movement is that the volume will be declining. Okay, there will be like a less demand or in buying or selling. So you are not really expecting that when the price is going to create a range that you will have a lot of volume. And I'm going to show you the example from the chart. This is from yesterday, I believe. What we got was simply this upper range up here, right? Between 40,000 and 40,700 or 40,350 and 40,700. Doesn't really matter in the end. What you can see is once we approach the range, which is here on this candle, which is this small volume node or small volume bar right there, you see how the volume is below the average, right? We are consolidating in the zone and we lost the range. We lost the range here on this candle. So this is really the point where the volume is starting to increase, right? So there is no sign of absorption. How I'm able to say this? Well, there is not a volume. There is no volume at all. You see how the volume is small. But on this example, this is not a range. The range low coming in at 30,000. We can say $30,050, I believe. And here 30,600, give or take. This is the range that we are looking for. Pay attention to the volume. Look how the volume is in a range going above the average. Okay, so this is the average wave or average line. So the blue wave that you see here down there, it's a 50 average from the last 50 volume bars. But what I can see from this, here I have a volume increase. One could say, okay, we weren't really at the range at the time, which is a valid argument. But pay attention here, volume increasing. And also here, the volume is still above the average a little bit. So I have a volume in the market. Here, pay attention here, volume increase quite a lot, like, I don't know, maybe like 3 times above the average. Here, even more. Like a really huge volume on this candle. So if I see such a big volume, obviously with the footprints, and this is so huge advantage over the others when you are using footprints, because I will be able to say, okay, here I have a lot of volume, right, from a trading view. But if I will have EXO charts or any other footprints software that you use, I can say, okay, I have a lot of volume, but I also have a lot of buys, because obviously the thing that can happen here is that here at the low of the candle you're gonna have a lot of sells, which will make you the volume, right? But by looking at EXO charts, I'm saying EXO charts because I'm an EXO charts user. I definitely recommend them. They are providing a really good value for the money that it costs. But overall in the footprints, I see, okay, I have a lot of buys, let's say at the top of the candle. I have a lot of buys here. I have a lot of buys here, much more than I had here and much more than I had here. I'm just giving an example right now. But I have a lot of buys in this section on the chart. But the price, what the price should be doing? Well, if I have much more buys here than I had here, price should be going higher, right? Logically, price should be continuing higher, taking out this high and breaking the range and continuing to the upside. But this is not the case. I see a lot of volume. I see a lot of buys up here, but the price is creating. This is a high, lower high, lower high. So there must be someone absorbing this level with a limit short, right? So there must be some big player absorbing all of the buys. So let's say that I'm gonna give you a very easy example. Okay. Here, someone is going to buy with a $10 million, right? Here, on this green candle, someone bought with a $10 million. And here, there is someone sitting with a 50 million limit short, right? 50 million limit short. So if now someone bought with a 10 million, there will be 40 million remaining of a limit short, right? So simply said, if I have 50 million here, someone bought with a 10 million here, now I have only 40. If here on this candle, not a guy gonna buy with a 10 million, okay? So another 10 million bought. I only have a 30 million now. On this last candle, the last bull that is here in this range is gonna buy with another 10 million. Now I have only 20 million of a limit short here. So only 20 million remaining, but there is no one who would be able to buy with another 10 million to break this sell wall. So what happens? Move to the downside. Simply said like this. And think about it like this. If a lot of people got into long up here, once we break this range to the downside, which is the case, we broke the range to the downside, this is not cause that someone will be heavily selling with a hundred of millions. Of course they can be, But you have to think about it like this. A lot of people went long up here. What happened now? They are underwater. They are trapped, and maybe they are getting liquidated. Maybe they are getting stopped out. It doesn't really matter in the end. But this quick move is caused because all the people that went long here are getting wrecked, liquidated, so on. They are getting out, causing price to move to the downside. Very simply said like this. I hope you understand the basic of absorption, and I hope you understand the point that I wanted to show you here. Let's continue. So how I can spot a big volume with the exact numbers, and how I can spot with if I have a big absorption, because obviously it's one thing to look for that average line or for that average wave on a trading view, but the thing you can do is you can look for a daily volume, right? So the daily volume on the example that I was giving here was 1.65 billion. Okay, so $1.6 billion transacted on a Bybit exchange. In this example, we're going to use 15 minute time frame. Okay, so each candle is a 15 minute. I have 4 of these candles in 1 hour times 24, giving me 96 15 minute candles a day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 1.65 billion divided by 96, so the 96 15 minute candle, and this will give me average of 15 minute candle, which is a 17.2 million for the day. Okay, so in that day we had a 1.6 billion volume. We can say 1.7 obviously here, and the average volume candle on a 15 minute time frame was 17.2 million. So what we're going to do now is in another slide, this is a consolidation that we are paying attention to up here, and I believe, yeah, this is the same example as here on a chart. Yeah, this is the same thing. So now let's have a look for the exact numbers. So if I know that the average volume is 17.2 million, we can have a look for the exact numbers. What I have here: 20 million, 26 million, 20 million, 49, 29, 125, 56 million, 27 million, 40 million. 40 million was on the breakdown to the downside, I believe. So 40 million was on this candle right here. So basically what I can say from this is I'm in a range. I would genuinely expect that I'm going to have a lower volume, but the volume is going above the average, right? Volume is going above the average of the day. The calculation is not the exact here. Actually, at the time when we were here, we had a lower volume in the market, so the average will be a little bit lower. I was calculating this in the morning, and it was around 14.5 million. So that's if you would like to be like a really precise with your calculation, then you would have to count the time here, basically smaller candle amount. Because this was 1 p.m. at the time when I was looking for this example, or this is actually 3 p.m. and the average volume per 15 minutes will be a little bit smaller. It was around 14.5, 15 million, something like this. So you can see that the volume is really going above the average, right? 20 million, 26, 20 million, 49, 29, and so on. Now let's pay, because volume is one thing. What the volume is telling you is it sells and buys added together, right? So for me, okay, this is nice to see, but I'm a footprints user. I want to go more in depth, right? So basically what I can say from this is I see 9.4 million, 11 million, 8.5 million, 27 million, 20 million. So a lot of buys come into the market, but the price keeps creating downtrend locally. This was telling you, okay, now it's likely that there is someone sitting with a big limit short, absorbing all of the buys, and it's likely that the price is going to reject. Can the price go higher? Yes, absolutely can. What you're going to do is simply you're going to enter at a sign of absorption. So let's say here you see all of the buys, price is not able to break through this range. You're going to place your stop loss above the range. So let's say in this case, the high was 30,600. I would place my stop loss to 30,700. So let's say here, and you are targeting your closest support level, or just it depends on the TA you use, it depends on the strategy, but this would be the setup that I would be looking for. So the main components we're gonna use for absorption, and I really like to use absorption. I'm mentioning this a lot of times in Wizards. Once again, I have to promote my channel a little bit here. So if you want to join us, you want to learn more about these things, visit our website. Link is down below the video. You will find everything you need here, and also you will get access to our Discord where I'm trading live daily with the members. But let's continue. You are not here for getting some ad about the wizards. Obviously, here you're here to learn about the absorption. So the main components that we're going to use will be the delta, will be the volume, net shorts and net longs, and imbalances. These are really the main things that I use with the absorption, and you can be really precise by using these tools. So we're going to start with this. So simply what you can see, range on a chart, right? This is a 1 hour time frame. Range high coming in at 30,600. Range low, we can say range low 29,900. The exact price doesn't really matter here. What I want to point out is price simply creates, one could say, okay, this is a consolidation zone, this is a range. Is this a range? Is this a consolidation? From a price action perspective, it is. From the volume perspective, it is not. Pay attention to the volume. 178 million, 149 million, 121 million, 67 million, 228, 157, 155. What I like about the footprints is it's giving us a really precise data with exact numbers I see on a chart. But what is even better, I don't have to use numbers all the time. Why? I can have a look for colors, okay? And the color fading is such a cool thing on footprints. It is obviously very nice to see exact numbers, but even the colors can give you like a good idea of what is happening here. So if I see very like a dark, vibrant blue, I can say, okay, we have a lot of volume. I see like a light blue, soft blue, whatever, like a gray here, I can say, okay, we have a really poor volume. So just by looking at the colors, I see, okay, we have a lot of volume. This is not consolidation. This is a sign of absorption. Now let's pay attention to the delta. So what is the delta? Delta is sells minus buys. No, sorry, it's buys minus, my mistake. It's buys minus sells, and this is giving you your delta, okay? So if simply said like this, if the delta is green, overall there were more buys. If the delta is in a negative number, there were more sells than buys. Simply said like this. So what we got in a range, 44 million overall more buys, 16 million more buys, 12 million more buys, 37 million more buys, 9.8, 15, 18, 5, 6.9, 9.4, 9.4, 32 million, again, new buys. This was actually the candle where we lost the range, so this one is not valid anymore, my mistake. But what I'm trying to point out, pay attention to the net longs and net shorts. Do I see a lot of shorts increasing in a range? No, I don't. I see the net shorts keep decreasing, so they keep closing. Overall, the shorts were closing. But pay attention to the net longs. Net longs, if the bar is green, overall, there were more new longs. And this is very important because it's nice to understand that the positive delta could also mean that there is a shorts getting closed, right? So someone is closing his short position. But what I want to see is I want to see new people entering into new longs. Why? Because so once we're going to lose this absorption range, or once we're going to lose this consolidation phase, they will be getting out. They will be getting out, causing price to get even lower and quicker, right? So this is simply the way of how I think about it. But pay attention to the numbers here. 50 million, 49, 23, 33, 44, 64, just a lot of new longs opening into the market right there. But pay attention to this. This is a high, this is a lower high. But here I see more longs come into the market, right? So it would be given sense that the price should be higher in this stage. Price should be somewhere over here, just higher than these highs, but it's not. So there must be someone absorbing this price with a limit short. You are getting into short positions, stop loss above these highs, because once these highs will be taken out, you are invalidated on your idea. You are expecting a move lower. So now let's go to the second example. By the way, if you like this template, it's you will get all of these templates in Wizards. So once again, you can join us. If not, it's not something super special. Actually, you can create these templates by your own. Just this is a color fading that we use. In my opinion, it's a new one. It's a new template. It looks pretty cool, but it's a standard delta cluster template with footprints, bar statistics. I have a volume, delta, CVD, delta of big players, buy trades and sell trades. nothing really special here. 1 hour time frame, tick size set to 100, so you can do this on your own. Here on the left side, this is a volume profile of the day, and here we have a bid and ask profile right there. So once again, nothing special, but obviously as an advantage of Wizards, you're gonna receive all of these templates. But I showed you the examples of absorption of longs, so now let's have a look for absorption of shorts, because that's obviously very, very important too. So what happened here is, let me try to show you actually this movement on a chart, so you will get the general idea of what was happening here. So we were talking about this price movement right there. We were talking about this. Let me just move with my chart a little bit. Yeah, right there. So we were talking about this. Okay, this absorption up here. Then we got a downside movement, and here we created another absorption down there, and we got a small pump from this. So let me show you once again. We will go to representation, and so we got to move to the downside. Then we created some mini range movement. I believe that was the thing that we were looking for. Maybe a little bit. I may be wrong here. Actually, we were looking at this, I believe. Yeah, we were looking at this down there. So from this, we got to move to the upside. But what I wanted to point out is that you see, once again, move to the downside, pay attention to the colors of the volume. Dark, 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 mega dark here. Once again, really dark here. What I can say from this, is this a consolidation? Is this absorption? If you are giving me your attention and you were paying attention, you have to say this is absorption. This is not a consolidation. I'm getting a lot of volume. And you are right. This is absorption. So what happened here is that I see, okay, pay attention to the delta numbers, right? 15 million and negative, 13 million negative, 14 million negative. These are very, very nice numbers, but the very, very important candle for me was this one right there. This small doji candle here. This is so important candle on a chart, and this was giving me the signal. Now let's go long, and it played out very, very nicely. We got a quick move to the upside. So nice movement. But what happened here? Why this is so important? Pay attention to the delta. Negative 19 million of shorts overall, and the net shorts increasing. Why this is so important? I have a lot of shorts opening here, much more. So I have much more shorts than I had down there. So price should be obviously somewhere over here, right? But it's not. So there must be someone. If there is someone heavily selling. So once again, let me give you an example. There is a guy who sold 40 million contracts. Okay, so 40 million contracts sold here. But below him, there is someone sitting with a 100 million long. I'm giving just example. 100 million long limit order down there. 40 million sold right here. So what is happening now? Instead of having 100 million here, I only have 60 now. Because someone sold with a 40 million. So from the 100 million that I had down there, I have 60 now. So if I want to move price lower, I have to sell another 60 million to break this buy zone, to break this buy wall. But this is not the case, right? So when we got this pump to the upside, pay attention to this. We are getting this move to the upside, and net shorts are decreasing. Why? Because if I shorted 40 million here, I am underwater. I'm underwater here, I'm underwater here, I'm underwater here. So the shorts are getting closed. Price is getting the movement to the upside. Simply said, like this. This is the end of the presentation. So the thing we're gonna do now is we will go to the live chart to show you like a real example of getting some absorption. So let's go to the EXO charts and let's open our template Wizards Flow here. Now let's pay attention to this specific movement down there. So what I can see from this, I created a zone of consolidation. Let's go to 5-minute time frame, because for this you can use any given time frame. It doesn't really matter in the end. You can use 1 hour, you can use 5 minutes, you can use 1 minute time frame. It can be from really small scalper to possibly even swing trading here. not a problem at all. You created a range down there. Let's zoom in, and what I can see from this is a 5-minute time frame. 9.6 million, 6.6 million, 4.2 million, 3 million, 1.7, 3 million, 8.7 million. Overall, what I can say from this, in this zone, I had a much more sells overall, right? I see some buys, 2.7, 7.3, but overall, much more sells. What I can say from this, if I have more sells in the net shorts, let's have a look for the net shorts. Net shorts are increasing here. So you see new shorts here. I have a new shorts coming to the market, but the price is not able to break through this lower. This is a sign of consolidation, sign of absorption, not a consolidation. I have a decent volume, 21, 23, 15, 9.9, 13 million. Pay attention, this is 5-minute time frame. That's quite a lot, right? So if I see a lot of absorption here, I'm going to buy, I'm going to long. It doesn't really matter if your entry is here or here. Let's say your entry is here. Right there, stop loss below these lows, because you will be invalidated on the idea of absorption down there. And you are looking for the next level of resistance, which could be a London POC, which could be your Fibonacci level, or just the, just the strategy you use. For example, you can have a look for this consolidation zone up here. You can pull your fixed range tool and you can have a look for a POC. That's a solid resistance on a chart, and it's a solid level on a chart that I would be looking for. So yeah, this is the way of how we are using absorption. I hope that I showed enough examples. I hope that you get the point now. You understand the difference between consolidation and absorption. You saw the live examples, I believe, because I watched some videos on the YouTube, and I haven't really found any about BDC. So I wanted to do this, this will be posted in a Discord of EXO charts. So I hope it will help some EXO traders, some new buys maybe. And they weren't really showing examples on a BDC and like a live example. So I showed you one live example down there. It's either going to play out or not. You have to think about it like this. There is someone sitting with a limit buy, right, who is absorbing the price, but it's not infinite, right? The amount is not infinite. So simply, if I have 40 million, now someone is going to sell with a 10 million. I will have 30. Let's say another 10 million. I will have 20. Then someone is going to sell with a 25 million. I'm gonna break the buy wall, and the price will move lower. Simply said like this, and I will be invalidated on the idea. So I'm not saying, and I would never ever say this, that you will have a 100% win rate. Keep this in mind. This is a game of probabilities, and you never know. The thing that can happen is the guy that was absorbing down there is going to change his opinion about the market, right? He's going to overthink the trade, let's say. Simply said like this, most likely not, because he's trading with a really big capital, so not probably doing these dumb mistakes. But what I'm trying to say is, he can remove the limit order. Simply said like this, they're going to remove the limit and price is going to break lower, right? So pay attention, or remember, this is not 100% win rate. It's a game of probabilities, but it's another way of how to look for a market. Once again, if you want to join us, visit our website. Link is below the video. Plans and pricing, $70 a month. You will get access to the learning section where you will find everything you need. Also, the whole EXO charts module. We have currently 15 videos, I believe. We have 15 videos just about the EXO charts. So there is a lot of content. I love EXO charts. It's so cool software. I use it on a daily basis, so I can definitely recommend. But this is everything for today. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a video a like, subscribe to the channel. If you are from Czech Republic, I'm from Czech Republic. Visit my Facebook site below the video once again. And do me one favor, join our Discord. I believe you will learn, or you will have a lot of content, even from a free spectator plan. So don't forget to join our Discord. I will really appreciate if you can say hi and maybe say the video was good, the video was bad because of this and this. I would appreciate this. So once again, thanks for watching, and see ya in the next trading educational video.